Hello class, I'm Miss Kelly and I am your 7th grade social studies teacher. Today we're going to try out a reading strategy called Interact that will help us dig deeper on our social studies text. We'll be using this strategy with primary sources from the civil rights movement such as Dr. Martin Luther King's letters from Birmingham jail. This strategy is all about reading critically, reflecting on what the text means to each of us, and then discussing our thoughts as a group. Let's break down how Interact works so you'll know what to do in each step. We begin with comprehension. This is the foundation. First, I'll divide you into small groups, which we'll call your Interact teams, with about 4 to 6 people in each group. Each group will have a team leader, someone who guides the discussion. The leader will help the group summarize what you've read and check for understanding. For example, with Dr. King's letters, you want to focus on the main points he's making about nonviolent protests, justice, and his response to the criticisms he faced. Think about what he's trying to communicate to his audience. The team leader might ask the group questions like, what is Dr. King's main argument here, or why does he believe it's important to act now rather than wait? Everyone in this group should contribute their ideas. Ask questions if something's unclear and make sure that they understand the basic arguments in the text. You'll spend about 10 minutes in this comprehension phase. Comprehension phase may seem like a simple step, but it is crucial. You'll have 10 minutes for this summary discussion, and the goal is to make sure everyone is on the same page before moving on. Don't rush through it. This step will lay the groundwork for a meaningful discussion. Your next phase will be your relating phase. Here's where the text becomes personal. Now it's not just about what Dr. King was thinking, it's about what you think and how it connects to your own values, experiences, or beliefs. The team leader will guide this part too. They may ask you questions like, how does Dr. King's ideas about justice and equality relate to issues we see in the world today? Or have any of you ever faced a situation where you had to stand up for what you believed was right? This phase allows you to really connect with the text. Maybe you have a personal story or strong opinions about nonviolence versus other forms of protest. Everyone, again, should share a bit. And remember, there is no wrong answer here. It's about your personal connection to the material. And this phase, just like the comprehension phase, you'll have about 10 minutes. Now we'll move on to the evaluation phase. For this part, I'll give you each a game sheet. It looks like this. You have your title, you put your name, date, your total score, your percentage of correct predictions, and it'll ask you questions. On this sheet, you'll see a few statements based on the reading, and you'll decide whether you agree, you'll circle A, or disagree with each one. For example, one statement might be, nonviolent protest is the most effective way to bring about social change. You'll mark either A if you disagree with that statement, or D if you disagree with that statement. Once everyone has completed their game sheet, you'll take turns sharing your answers with the group. As you share, pay attention to any differences of opinion and think about why you may agree or disagree. This isn't just about giving a quick answer, it's about understanding your stance on these big ideas and seeing how others think. Don't hesitate to explain your choice. If someone disagrees with you, it's an opportunity to hear a different perspective and think critically about your own views. The purpose of this step is to value the ideas in your reading. Figure out what these concepts mean to you. It helps you apply what you've read in a way that makes it personally relevant. You'll be practicing critical thinking and learning to reflect on what's important to you, which are skills that will go beyond just social studies. Finally, we'll end with reflection. During reflection, each group will discuss the game sheet answers in more depth. You'll take turns explaining why you agreed or disagreed with each statement and see how your answers compare to each other's. Did anyone's perspective change based on the discussions that you had? Maybe someone shared an idea that you hadn't thought of before, and you may reconsider your stance. Reflection is a safe space to challenge ideas and support each other's in deepening your understanding. I'll be walking around to listen and see how each group is doing, but I won't step in to tell you the right answers. This step is about exploring the topic as a group and understanding it in your own way. After everyone has shared in their small groups, we'll come back together as a whole class and talk about the process itself. I'll ask questions like, what did we learn from our discussion? And how did hearing different perspectives help you understand the text differently? Interact is a great way to help each of you think like historians, analyzing, questioning, and reflecting on powerful ideas from the past. So let's get started.